Good morning, traders. It's Thursday, March 12th at 4:20 a.m. All right, the market's turning down a little bit. I've got two stocks for you today. We've got IWM and we've got USO. So oil seems to be heating up and the overall market seems to be down. Same as always, we're looking at the dark pool prints over the last 30 days to get started. And we can see here, I'll mention something first, is that we've got the 4 and the 8 exponential moving average. My 4 is the red one here, and the blue one is the 8. So we can see that we've got this increasing volume here. So we've got the momentum. And what we're doing is we're hanging on to this 4 exponential moving average. So we had this big upthrust here, which everybody thought was bullish. This upthrusted to a print on this day, on the 10th. We moved down, we got another print here, 1.7 million and 1.4 on the 11th. Now we're moving back down. So we can probably get down to 247, maybe the low of this candle, 244 on this. So it's being a little bit melty at the moment. On the upside, we'd have to get above 253 up to the 8 exponential moving average and then maybe up to 257. So let's go ahead and break this down so we can trade this on both sides should the opportunity arise. So we are going to be bullish above 251. We have this massive resistance that's sitting here. This support actually failed here. So we need to retest that. We need to hold this level. So break, retest, moving up. So our entry point is going to be 251, target 251.50, 251.81, 252.15, 252.50, and 252.60. And this 252.60 will probably be this 4 exponential moving average on the daily. You can see here it's 252.33, but because it's such a small EMA, it'll move a little bit quicker. So I'm just eyeballing that 252.60, but then we're getting into my 200 exponential, 200 simple, all of this up here. So this is a lot of resistance. This is also running into the post market. If this actually breaks and holds, you can move up a little bit further. But we do have prints and other resistances here on that. Okay, on the downside, we're going to be bearish below 248.75. Let's get below here. It's, the market's only been open for 20 minutes, so we need this support here to break. It's already tested down here. So we've moved up. We need this to break below and then come up, turn over, and then start moving down. So yeah, bearish below 248.75. We've got this S2 at 248.50. Target 248, 247.50, 245 is S3. Then we've got 242.50 and 241.20 is S4. So the ATR is about $6. You can see that here. So I'm not going too bonkers with it, but as we've seen, when the market is volatile, then there's great opportunities to make money on both sides. So if you're following my videos, you can see that many days you can capture things on the upside and the downside. So the mindset there is to not have a bias. We just plan that if the stock does this, we will do that. That's our trading plan. So it doesn't matter if there's a tweet or whatever the deal is, whatever the stock is going to do, that's what. So we don't really read the news. You can tell from the dark pool that oil's on fire and the market's down, right? So we just see these massive, look at these billions of dollars here, right? 3.7 million, 1.6 million, all of these. This is the institutional interest. And it looks at the moment like they're selling. So if we don't hold this 250 level, then of course we can come back down here. Maybe 243 is my 200 simple, right? So there you have it for IWM. Let's go ahead and talk about USO. Okay, so USO, this one, the ATR is a little bit less. This one is, well, it's 596 actually, so I take that back. It's not bad. The other one I wanted to look at was XLE. That one's got millions and millions. If you want to have a look at XLE at some point, but USO looks like the better trade for the volatility part. So going back the 30 days here, we can see this consolidation here in February where they were getting into this almost 200K, 247, million right here. Look, February 20th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. This one here, and when you look at this little doji, or whatever this is, open, test the print, move up, right? And then you can draw this line of resistance here. You've got this increasing volume, there's the test, and then break, retest, and this is the 4 and the 8 starting to move together. And so increasing volume, and this has been moving up. You have a print right here, tested it, and see, look at this, test the 4 exponential moving average, moving up. So we've been gapping, this big bit of a sell-off here, but then look at this, on the 10th, we've got all of these prints here. 8, that's 1.4, 1.9, 2.4 million right in the leg of this candle. And this is holding here. We got another print, and now we're breaking above. So this is going to hold. If you're just looking at this technically, 120, the high, 124 something, whatever this is, 124.07, you break that as well, then we're moving up, because you can see where these institutional positions are, and they're adding to their position. And I don't know how many traders actually do add to their position when it's running. A lot of people, when they start making money, they're like, oh my god, I got to take my profit, and they're out. Institutions have this this confidence here where their volume is making the market move anyway. So enough of me rambling. We're going to be bullish above 112.25. Oh dear. This just moved while I was talking. Okay, I was bullish right here, and look what happened. I said 112.25. I mapped this out when we were right here, and so this broke above, then this one opened, tagged the cam, and moved up. So 112.25, it's already hit my first target. So let's make this 113.25. I'm just scratch this out on my piece of paper. So 113.25. Target 114, 115, 115.94. Then we've got 117, 118, 120, 120.54 is R3. So that gets us almost our $5. That gets us our $5, $6 here on that. And if you see this thing moving like this, I always say that this one pulled back to the 15 exponential moving average, but you have this moving up, then yeah, and look at this is a great reversal. You've got this volume here tagging the cam, and then we've got a pullback here after this massive volume, right? Breaking below. That's a great shorting opportunity. And where would you go? Back to this level. That was the target, but this is the post market, so we've got to get above that anyway. We'll see. We just filled that gap. On the downside, we're going to be bearish below 110.50. We've got that down here. Target 110.08, 109.40, 108.73. Then we've got 108, 107.75. Is this 247K print? 107.37, 107, 106.70, and then 106.02. Right here is the pivot, and this one down here. But I've got my 200 exponential, 200 simple, and a print, right? And if you look at the post market here, this is support. This is a support area right back in here as well. So if you come down to this 107.75, 107.37, you might want to take a little bit of profit anyway, just to see if it's going to bounce and hold these, because overall this is bullish. So people are going to buy the dips and things like that. Okay, there you have it. Those are your 2 trade setups for today. So please like, share, subscribe, do all of that great stuff. We have a weekly dark pool report that comes out. So mobyticktrading.com/weekly-report. First name, email address. You get the weekly report with all of our trade setups. I do 13 every week. And each issue, we actually review the trade setups from the previous week, see how we've done. They've been doing quite well. We learn a little bit about the dark pools, and you get some swing trade setups for the following week. Okay, we'll see you later this afternoon with our results video. Happy trading. MobiTick has partnered with TrendSpider to bring real-time institutional trades to your charts. Click the link in the description below for more details.